morning. So we're going to be looking at the New Zealand Story this morning. It's a bit of a dirty game. Came from eBay, bit of a special. Let's have a look at it under the scope just to see what it's like, and then we'll have a look at cleaning it. So first off, yeah, it's mucky on the end. It's seen better days. Much better days. But let's go down. Let's look at the game itself. So, excuse the glare. See if I can angle that. There we go. So, one very tired game. Looks like it's been well used and abused over the years. And I don't blame people. Very colourful artwork. So, up there. Looks like that's seen much better days. All the way down there has. But the worst part is we've got plenty of bubbling down the bottom. So the plastic has really suffered when it's been in storage. And the back, plenty of grime up there, but the bottom piece is mostly okay. Bit of a dirty cartridge, but let's see if we can get some of this off first before we do much else. Everyone loves a good bit of a bit of a squeaky toy in the morning. Hey Sonna. Hey Nikki. Hope you're both okay. It's just going to be a short video, this one, recording. But it will be on YouTube later, unedited, so you'll be having shout outs on YouTube. But this will be a much shorter video than the last one I put up. It won't be a 3-hour marathon. And no, I'm not running out of isopropyl yet. I've still got a drop left. And by a drop, I mean most of a litre. So that is looking nice and dirty. So that's just from wiping the tabs. See if we can attack some of this down here. I'm not expecting to be able to fix the plastic and it bubbling. However, if I can get rid of some of the marks on the plastic, it should make it a little bit more pleasant to stare at. And I know you guys can't see it very well, but from my angle, right there, there's a bit. So what this looks like is from the polystyrene in the boxes, it was left without it being sat in its sleeve. And over time the polystyrene box has reacted with the cartridge. It's something I've heard of happening, and I've seen videos where people have had similar experiences with power packs. So let's get this open. Let's check the insides. I know you can't see what I'm doing, so apologies. Let's hold it like that. Come on. There we go. And now one more. Yeah, come on. You can do it. There we go. So, yep, I just opened it awkwardly and just dropped everything. So, there's the cartridge. We'll come back to that in a second. I say cartridge, I mean game itself. I'm just going to quickly wipe some of this down. So it looks like it's had something spilt in it as well. But I'm not surprised. It's a well-loved game, by the looks of it. And it's not too bad. Nothing's coming off, which is the main concern. Let's have a look at down the slot. And as expected, there's all sorts down here. So this is actually the worst one that I've had. So, no idea what this stuff is, but either way, it's coming off. That's the main thing. What is more interesting is the other side of the cartridge case doesn't have this white residue. Oakley dokley, Sona, catch you laters. So that is a bit cleaner. You can see where I've been wiping, but apart from that, no more white residue. And just to quickly cover it, this is the other half of the case. There's a little bit of gunge of some sort, but nothing like what there was on the other one. And no, I've not tried using this cartridge yet, or turning it on. Just want to get it clean first before I try it. after seeing what state it was in. Right. Well, that's the cartridge case sorted. Let's have a look at the actual game itself. So for me on sanity, there's a muck line all the way down, which isn't surprising. But no obvious signs of moisture or corrosion. There's a couple of pins that are looking like they're not soldered properly, but I'm not going to worry about those. And just quickly on around the rest of the card. That's all looking pretty tidy. Nintendo 1989 with an 86 chip again. So looks like they did a lot of buying of 86 chips and they just used them up on the cartridges as and when they needed to. So let's have a look at the other side. So this side, from my eyes, is a bit dirtier. It's going to take a bit more cleaning, but that's nothing that we can't handle. As for the rest of it, there might be a little bit of something up here. But having said that, with naked eye, I can't say anything. It might just be a bit of like shimmering. But the rest of that is looking pretty clean. So it's just the contacts, which is always good. So let's get to work on cleaning the contacts. And that is just from that short piece there. And yes, I know I could do with another camera that's not as zoomed in. I'm working on it. I just not found the right camera yet that I want to use for it. And out of the ones that I have found that could work, they don't have the right connectors for me to be able to do this properly. Or they're outside of my budget. But we shall see. Right, what is interesting is I'm getting a lot of residue. So whatever's on this is taking some removing. They're looking cleaner, the contacts, that's for sure. However, there's certainly plenty of scratches on them, but that's not a today job. I just want to get the muck off for now. If I can get the muck off, I can then worry about polishing the contacts if it's felt it's needed, or just generally looking after them a bit more in the future. The good thing is, this particular cartridge came with a sleeve. I know I didn't show it at the start of this, but it does exist. And it will be going back into it after we've finished. Let's have a look, see what we got then. That's better. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. That's getting there. Let's dry that off. Get rid of some of the residue that's on there. Might not seem it, but that is a lot cleaner already. And now for the other side, which is noticeably worse. So for this one, I'm just going to run some alcohol down the top strip, and then slowly work my way along. Yeah. So I'll finish giving this first run down, and then I'll go back, get a different bud, and start again. See, this is slowly coming up clean. Not actually as bad as what some of the ones on the last Mega Marathon video were like. So it's not as bad. However, that's second run over. This is going to take plenty of cleaning. And if anybody ever wondered where I got these from, it's the good old E of Bay. Or Bay of E if you're so inclined. There are plenty of sellers out there trying to sell them. And I say trying because a lot of them ask for silly money for them. And they're obviously in a worse condition than these. It's not unusual to see games asking for £50+ British for a game when they don't have the manual, they don't have the box, and the game is visibly tired. Now if that's what people want to charge, that's up to them. However, I'm not paying silly money. I'd rather get something that's down at the bargain basement cost, and that way I can then show people what there is available out there and what good old-fashioned gaming used to be. And there we go. That's cleaner. Let's quickly wipe it down. I know you can't see everything. So even though I've given it a few wipes already, that's its colour. So, could be a lot worse. So now, let's try and put it back together. Can't see anything that I need to worry about. Just having one final check. Excuse the glare a second. I was just checking something. Yeah, that's all good. That's all good. Flip C over. That there is just the line where the contacts meet the silk screen and resin, or varnish, sorry. So that's all good. We're good. Yep, we're good. Now, to put it back together. So, as last time, it drops in, and these little hooks that it falls into. So, there, 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 and there. And that is all that holds the cartridge in place. There is nothing else that holds the actual PCB in place within the housing. There we go. Just having a mini battle with the clips. So let's get this put back together, shall we? I will be doing a test of this game shortly. So once I've got this put back together, I will have a short pause while I get the console rigged and have a 2-second tidy up, and then we'll see what we can do with it. So that is one colourful artwork. Still mucky on there. I don't really want to put isopropyl on the sticker because that could very well lift it. It's looking tired enough as it is around the edges. But for something that's released in '89 by the looks of it, that's a pretty good condition game. As I said, so that's where I was on about with the sticker. Whoops, too far, too far. There we go. So you can see it's had a bit of a hard life. Well used. and there's still some gunge there, so let's get rid of that. And there's some on the other clip as well, down the other side. Zoom, focus, come on. Thank you. Can I do it that way? Come on. There we go, that's better. If anybody's got any great ideas for cleaning these better, let me know. However, this is the best way I've found and best way I've seen recommended. So, sorry, but there you go. I just need to give a bit of pressure then. Tiny bit of pressure in that corner. I should have probably done this before I put it back together, but there we go. Bit better and almost better. And there we go. It's not perfect by any means. I'm not proud of it. But for a cartridge that was really mucky when I took it out, that isn't too bad a shape now. And the bit that you didn't see was this. An original Nintendo sleeve. So when it's all away, there we go.